Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. How are you guys all doing today? I know that right now is kind of a really crazy time for our world. There's so much going on. There's so much devastation and so much fear and heartache. But there's also little bits of hope, and I hope that this video is relieving for you guys, that it's cathartic for you guys. I am hoping it's going to be that for me. Um, I want to also just very quickly say a big thank you to anybody that's working on the front lines, whether it's in the medical field or at a grocery store, at any essential business. If you're working behind the scenes to try and help us and save our world, just thank you. Thank you for practicing social distancing. To all of those that are being forced to be at home like myself, it's really important that we do practice that social distancing and that we do make sure that everybody is staying safe and healthy. There's so many people that are at risk. I have one of my best friends at risk. I have people in my family that are at risk. And, or I should say we're all at risk, but at a greater risk than everybody else. So just thank you guys. On a brighter note, today is World Autism Day, and I really wanted to do something to celebrate the members of my family and circle that have autism or that are on the spectrum. So I wanted to do a blue eyeshadow look, which I don't know that I've ever truly done on my channel. I might have, but I can't remember doing just a fully committed blue eyeshadow look. It's going to be a little bit of a challenge probably because I don't normally do looks like this. I don't play with blues too often. But we're going to go ahead and try it out today, so I really hope that it goes well. If you guys want to grab your brushes and just hang out with me, try out this look with me, or you just want to watch and see if it's something you might want to create, then please keep watching. Welcome back to my channel, by the way. My name is JL, and let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so obviously you are much closer into my face, much more drawn in, and I'm actually going to start off by priming kind of my face, adding SPF to my face with this Pixi Skin Treats. It's a sun mist with chamomile and bamboo extracts, and it has a broad spectrum SPF of 30, and it's supposed to be a sheer sunscreen mist. I do think that technically it is sheer, but I think that just on people that have more melanin in their skin, it automatically does add a tiny teensy bit of a cast, but it also adds a really beautiful glow. But it's important, even if you're not going outside, to still keep your skin protected, and I've been trying to be really good about that lately. So I'm just going to go ahead and spritz, excuse me while I adjust myself. I'm going to go ahead and spritz my my face and my chest here. Okay, now that we are all nice and spritzed up, I am going to let that just kind of dry on into the skin. I'm very excited right now about this top. I haven't worn it in a while. I honestly have felt very self-conscious filming lately. I think I'm very self-critical when it comes to how I do my makeup and how I look and my weight, and this whole thing of not being able to, I wasn't working out as much as I should have been anyway, but especially lately, I have not been exercising, and I'm I really feel like I need to exercise. I've been trying to do more walks and stuff and just trying to eat healthy, but that hasn't even been as much of the case lately. Well, that's not true. I feel like I've eaten relatively fine, but I could definitely eat even better. So I have felt a little bit more self-conscious filming, but I wanted to let go of that because I think we're all kind of feeling something right now, and I think it's important to just kind of push past and motivate myself and make myself commit to being a little bit better about working out and being healthy and everything. I'm starting out with my MAC Soft Ochre Paint Pot, and I'm going to go back to a brush that I used to use to apply it. I've been using a different brush lately. I don't even know if that ever made it onto my channel because some of the videos I filmed didn't quite work out, but I'm just taking this brush from Real Techniques and I'm patting it in, and then I'm just going to start blending it out. And I've always kind of made sure that this was nice and blended, but I was especially reminded watching a video that Beautybay Eyn did recently about making sure that you blend out your base towards your brows, because it just keeps everything from having this really sharp line of demarcation. And also, if you guys can tell, it adds a natural lift to your eye and adds just a little bit more light there. So instead of people kind of doing, I don't know, you don't have to do the really crazy white concealer hack or anything if you don't want to. You can kind of just do this and aid in the cleaning up of your brows, because I don't do too much kind of crazy chiseling and carving out the brows anymore, just because I don't feel like it's as necessary. Okay, now I'm just picking up my Patricia Bright palette with Makeup Revolution. This is the Rich in Color palette. It's a 28 shadow palette. I did film a video on this palette when I first got it, reviewing it. I will have that linked somewhere up here if you guys want to go and check that out after you watch this one, or, you know, pause it, watch it, come back. It's up to you. But yeah, it looks beautiful. It's a very, very stunning array of colors. They're so beautiful and like juicy. I'm taking the shade Queen, which is just this really pretty like terracotta shade, I want to say, and I am just going to be sweeping this. Actually, I can lift this up because this has a really good mirror on it, and I'm just going to sweep this into the crease. And if you've never played with this palette before, you've never even heard of it, this is a really good eyeshadow palette. I think it's the only Makeup Revolution eyeshadow palette that I own, and I really, really like it. It's very pretty. It blends really nicely. It performs very, very well. If you guys follow me on my Instagram, I actually talked about this palette when I was giving kind of some like last minute beauty Christmas ideas. I did like beauty and books and stuff like that, and this is one of the palettes that I recommended because it's $25, which is more expensive for the drugstore, but it's a lot less expensive when you consider like regular kind of high-end makeup. And even though it's not high-end, I think that it definitely measures up to some high-end palettes and brands, and the packaging alone is so good. Now I want to take this brush. This brush is similar, it's just a little bit, you guys can see they're basically the same brush. This one's just a little bit tinier, and this is a little bit more, has more of a flatter top almost, and this one's just a little bit more rounded, has a little bit more of a, not quite point, but it has more of a kind of gathering place at the top tip, I guess. So I want to go in with this, and I kind of want to take the shade Allspice, but I feel like that's going to be too warm for what I'm going for. So instead, I'm going to take the shade Michelle, which is, let's see if I can get this down for you guys to see. I'm going to take this shade Michelle right here. Also, some exciting news is that I am hopefully going to have a camera very soon. I believe in speaking stuff into existence and not getting like scared about it. So I've been trying to practice that more often. And essentially, if you guys don't know, I film on my iPhone, and I don't actually hate filming on my iPhone at all. I actually enjoy it because my phone, I have the iPhone 11, I think it's the iPhone 11 Pro Max Pro. I have the one with the 3 cameras, and it does film very good quality if I do say so myself. But obviously, like, even with phones as amazing as the iPhone, nothing beats like an actual full-on camera. And so I'm very excited to be able to film with both my phone when I want to film certain things on my phone, but to be able to film with a camera. And I feel like it's going to just make it so much easier because it's actually a lot harder for me to film on my iPhone just because I can't screencast the way I want to. I like kind of can, but it doesn't always work out the way that I want. It can be a little bit more of a hassle, and I can't do as much of the kind of focusing and different things that I want to be able to do with my channel and with my videos that I know I will be able to do with the camera that I'm getting. So I'm very excited. I think it's going to be really great, and I think it's going to definitely inspire me to do more videos and empower me to do some of the videos that I've been wanting to do for a long time, and maybe kind of film, I don't know, I might not film necessarily in this exact angle. I might be filming kind of more this way. I don't know yet, but I will have the option to do it however I see fit. I am going to go ahead in with my P. Louise base. This is in the shade Rumor number 2, and we are just going to cut that crease. I don't know that I'm going to do a full across cut crease. I might be doing more of like a half cut crease, which is honestly like my go-to move. I really like the way the half cut creases look, and they're a little bit easier. But that's what we're going to be doing today. I'm picking up this Danielle eyeshadow brush. I like the shape of it for a cut crease, so this is what I'm going in with today. I don't know how well you guys can see that, but that's what I'm using. I'm just kind of trying to smush it down a little bit with my fingers, but it'll be fine. I am picking up this palette. This is the Eyn Bright Matte Palette. I've actually had this palette for quite some time and I have never used it. And I don't really know why. I was so excited about it. I kept up with it when it went out of stock. I bought it the moment it went back in stock. And I just opened it and stared at it and have done that repeatedly and have never used it until right now. So I'm determined to do a lot of really creative looks with this palette, which was my original goal, and I just never did it, but I'm determined to do that now. So the reason we're going with this palette instead of the Patricia Bright for this blue is because, look at these colors. I mean, just look at these. They're amazing. And we're going to go in with this blue right here called Specific. I sound like I'm in Rugrats. Words. We're going to go in with this blue called Pacific Dreams, which is just this really, really pretty true blue. We have done the blue, and when I say this is stunning, I mean, y'all, this is stunning. Like, I'm kind of floored. I didn't expect this to be so pigmented and to be, like, I've seen this in action on other people, but like for it to show up on my skin tone so well gives me so much hope for how it'll show up on deeper skin tones, because the only person that I think I really saw it in action on was somebody that was very, very fair toned. So that's really awesome. I'm very happy about this. So I'm going to dip back into the Patricia Bright palette, and I'm going to take that shade. I thought it was Michelle, but it's Model. Just kidding. This shade Model right here. And I'm just going to take that brush again, and very lightly, I'm just going to blend out the edges a bit. Okay, so we have this much down. I do want to go ahead and do my wing liner first, I think. I'm going to take my IT Cosmetics Superhero Liner, and then after I'm done with my wing, I'm going to jump into the face. Okay guys, just a quick recap in case you missed what I put on my face while everything was sped up. I just went ahead and powdered my under eye with this Milani translucent setting powder in the shade Banana. I love this and it's so good and it was so complimentary to the look. This look is fire and I'm loving it so far. Then I went ahead in with, what is it called? This little baby right here. This is the Maybelline Superstay Multi-Use Foundation Stick. I just use this as my contour shade and it was in this shade, what shade was that? Deep Bronze 370. Then I picked up my Hoola bronzer by Benefit in the shade Caramel. This is an awesome, awesome, awesome bronzer if you are of a deeper skin tone, kind of in my area. It looks beautiful, as you guys can see. It's a very natural, just sun-kissed bronzy glow. Obviously, the contour shade that I use added to that because I personally prefer using contour shades that have just a teensy bit of warmth in them, just because that's just kind of how I prefer everything to look, because I am so golden. I feel like everything just looks better the more golden it is on me. And then because of that, because I was really feeling that vibe, I went ahead in with my Urban Decay Afterglow blush in the shade Quiver. This is an awesome, awesome blush. It's like a deep, it looks like a red on camera and almost in person, but it's actually like a red orange. It's like a very deep, like blood orange shade. It's so pretty. It looks so good on deeper tan skin tones. And then I picked up this Artist Couture and Jackie Aina Diamond Glow powder in La Peach, which we all know, if you know Jackie Aina, you know that powder is stunning and it's just so subtle. When the light hits it, it's just beautiful. And I didn't want anything overpowering. I just wanted everything to look good. And I also put that on my chest a little bit and it just ties everything together. I love that powder. We're gonna take this liner. This is from, where is this from? This is the LA Girl Glide Gel Liner in the shade Royal Blue. And it's just this really pretty, like, blue shade right there. It's almost like a purpley blue. I can't think of, it's like an indigo. It's kind of like an indigo color. I'm mixing those two brown shades that I use on my crease, and I'm just going to sweep those along the lower lash line. I'm picking up my BFF3 lip liner from ColourPop. This is my favorite lip liner. As you guys can see, it is very well loved. I need to get a replacement very soon. I'm just going to line these lips. After I put on the liner, I just went in with my Melted Matte lipstick from Too Faced. This is in the shade Queen Bee. And then I popped on top this Anastasia Beverly Hills lipstick in the shade Pure Hollywood. They are beautiful shades. I love using these two together. Clearly they make like a beautiful, beautiful nude. Yeah, guys, this is the completed look. I'm so happy with how this turned out. So I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure to give it a thumbs up, comment down below, subscribe. Let me know what other looks I should do. I have time. I have a lot of time. So I'm going to be doing more and more and really pushing myself. This was very cathartic for me and I really hope it was cathartic for you. So thank you for sitting around with me, letting me just do some makeup, put on some music, even though you guys weren't listening to that same music, and hanging out with me. And yeah, I really hope you guys have a really, really healing rest of your week. Happy World Autism Day. Make sure that you stay informed, make sure that you're social distancing, make sure that you guys are taking care of yourself and doing some self-care and self-love, and also being responsible. I will see you guys all in my next video. Make sure to check me out over on Instagram because this picture is definitely going up. I'm putting this picture up because this look is bomb. All right, thank you guys so much. I will see you in my next one. Oh, also hit the notification bell so you never miss an upload. You know the deal. You know the deal. Okay. Bye.
Say my name until the city burns and the stars fade away and your scars don't hurt. Stay with me until the last